let's get it started. Guys, let's go one by one. Tell us about your unique businesses. You guys all are in different streams, but you are doing it big. And under 30, like, I don't even know. I think I was just trying to like find an apartment under 30. This is incredible to me. How old were you when you developed the idea and what sparked it? I'll start with you, Miyah. Like what?
So I'm currently 22 years old.
Crazy. How'd you get into this? What happened?
Okay, so I'm a part of a platform called I Am Academy, and around August time of 2019, I came across the platform itself. I began to get exposed to the largest financial market in the entire world. I was learning how to trade each and every day on the foreign exchange market. And things picked up pretty quickly. The entire platform is made to make trading simple, make it easy, make it accessible to all ages, all different lifestyles and backgrounds. And of course, we have a plethora of successful young Black people who I'm doing this with as well. So when I came across it, I immediately fell in love. I had no previous interest in trading. I was never really into like numbers and stuff like that, but they make everything so simple. I began to find a high level of success. I was able to quit both my jobs. I was at TD Bank as a teller. I was at Amazon part-time on the weekends overnight. So I was, hustling, trying to get to while also being a full-time student. So literally on Sunday nights, I would be overnight at Amazon. Next morning, have to be at my school, Rutgers Camden, in the next hour. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to get to it. So being able to have the opportunity to be able to make money from my phone, trading on this platform allowed me to be able to quit both my jobs. I ended up getting a car about 3 or 4 months into the business, and I was able to move to Atlanta in June. So things picked up pretty fast, and I was able to, educate other people who look just like me, who are, as old or as young as me, be able to teach them, all different types of ways to create multiple forms of income through this one platform.
Yeah, so me and my twin brother, we were roommates in college at Shippensburg University, 2016, and we just went through a series of events. Aaron was in the National Guard, and he left the National Guard, and he told them, if a war happens, I'm fighting for Black people, and I'm not fighting for you guys. And they basically told him, you guys are worthless, you're never going to be anything, and you're going to die like your people. So once they said that to us, it was all motivation to help our people any way we could. It sparked something that, it was just, we couldn't believe he said that to us, so at that point, we dropped out of college the day after Trump got elected, and we just wanted to help Black businesses and Black people anyway. Trump didn't motivate us to drop out. It was just, we knew we were already done after that. So we started working at a bookstore, and I started delivering for Postmates. Someone told me you can make money delivering food. I'm 21 at the time. I'm still broke. I'm a college dropout. So, I'm like, show me how to make some money, So I started delivering food. Eventually went to Uber Eats and started delivering for Uber Eats. And then I started working for Cabello. Me and my brother were twins. We look exactly alike. We both just shared one account. So I would do a couple hours on the job, and he would do a couple hours, and no one knew the difference. And in about 30 hours, I made $1,100 of delivering food on a bike part-time. So, I'm like, if I can make this much money delivering food on a bicycle, how much can I make if I actually own this company? So I just literally used YouTube, watched some videos on delivery services. I Googled any Black-owned food delivery service that exists, and none of them existed. So I said I was going to be the first one, and I knew it was $1 million company at that point.
Tell me, each of you, what made you feel safe enough to launch out?
Well, for me, there's a lot of competition there. Like, everybody has a salon. So at the very same point in time, I really felt scared. At the end of the day, I did. But at the end of the day, I remember that God told me to go out. And because God told me to go out, I had a safe zone to know that, guess what, God will provide. God don't start anything and don't finish it before. So I had the comfort to know that God was there for me. I was like, when I started, where I'm going to get the clients from and stuff like that. I had some old clients on my phone, but even though I was posting, I still did not know that they will actually be coming to the salon. So I remember like slow days when I just started out, like for the first 3 days, when I just opened the first day I had like 3 clients, and the second day I had 3 clients again, and on the Saturday there was a lot of clients coming, and I really felt the love like from most of it. And then after that, I was wondering if that's all my clients. I was wondering if any more was going to come and stuff like that. So the next week things was really slow. So what I started to do though, and this is just my personal intentional thing to do. I started to open the door and I started to say good morning. I just started to say good morning. I say good afternoon. I say good evening by faith, of course. And then by the end of the week, truth be told, as the clients coming in this race called having or owning a business, I know that you have to keep your head focused and you have to keep looking forward. You can't look to the right, you can't to the left of what other people are doing. You need to believe in yourself and just keep pressing up towards that mark, because your business is your business. Don't look at what John is doing next door. Don't look what Mary doing is next door, because Mary's blessings are different from your blessings. You need to take the time out to grow. You need to learn while you're stepping up that ladder, because Marky, when you just start, you're not going to be perfect into it, but you learn to be perfect. And always remember that God will send who is for you, and you can't be you can't say, okay, I had this client this week and then they're gone to somebody else. I can't live in that safe zone to know that, guess what, they're going to do it. People spend the money where they want to spend the money, but I just have to believe and trust that God is there for me, and he's been there for the past 3 years and onwards for me, and that's it for me.
Even before I started my business, as I was delivering for these other services, once I had the idea, the first thing I did was I put Black and Mobile, before it was ever a business, before it had a website, anything, I just put the logo on my bag and I rode around with it every single last day. So I was manifesting like, this is going to happen. People ask me, what is that? I'm like, this is what I'm doing. And people are like, oh, okay, we'll see if that happens. So no one, it was like people couldn't really believe that I was actually going to do it. And I just remember, before I started, I had an ankle injury. Like I got my first client, I was going to get started in 2018, actually, end of 2018. And I got so excited. I went to the gym and I fractured my foot and sprained my ankle, and I couldn't walk for 60 days. And I rode a bike for a living, so I couldn't ride a bike. It was miserable. And I told myself, once I got back up and was able to walk a little bit, I was starting no matter what. And I'm still limping to this day from that injury. And as soon as I was able to ride, I got on the bike and I started the business. And I just remember praying. I literally got on my knees and prayed and said, God, you have to fire me from Cabello. I'm not going hard enough for my business. And 2 weeks later, it was sad that I got fired from the job, although I prayed for it, but I took someone's food by mistake because I was so excited that I got an order from Black and Mobile. Like someone had ordered and I got so excited, I forgot everything I was doing to leave and to go do my order. And at that point, I knew it was time to just never give up. And I don't really look at myself as competing with Uber Eats and them, because I'm doing it strictly for Black people. They're doing it maybe for money, whatever the reason is, doesn't really matter to me. This is strictly for Black people. This is strictly for the community, and they can't compete with that.
I'd like to know, I'll actually start with you this time. What were your initial obstacles? I know you said getting people in the door, right? So you had so how long have you been doing hair that you knew that you would have some prior customers, but what were the obstacles kind of when you had the official brick and mortar salon?
Okay, some of the obstacles for me was wondering if people was going to come. I had a big rent, I had a big light bill. I was wondering how is it that I'm going to sustain? People telling you, hey, you can't do it. Why would you launch out so big? Why you don't just rent a booth? Why would you just launch out to open the entire salon and without having those permanent clients? And I remember one time I was really, really low, and all I can do was keep worshiping. For me, in my salon, I play gospel music nonstop. My clients can tell you it has been consistent, and I know who got me there, and that has been my motivation. Sometimes self-doubt has not been so effective at the salon based on the fact that the gospel music keep playing at the salon, and that has ever been my motivation to allow me to keep pushing and stuff like that. So for me, getting past all of these obstacles is trusting in God, and sometimes God just tests us to know that, guess what, I'm here. Just don't pay attention to what you see. Have faith in what you don't see, because it will eventually it will manifest into the present. And that's what I've been doing to basically jumping on that obstacle, is that trusting in God.
What we do, it's been around for years, but the accessibility is very new. And I think that was one of the biggest challenges, was helping people that were around me and people who weren't around me, people who I want to just expose the business to. There was so much skepticism, and there's still people who are skeptical even when they join the business. Like they'll join and enroll into the platform, and they'll still be a little bit nervous, what I'm saying? Because they have no idea what they're about to get themselves into. And it's a very, very new field. And, you know, what also comes with kind of sharing that space is people who might not be doing things the right way. So I can come in here and I can, you know, genuinely want to be able to help everybody possible. But if their previous experience or what they've heard, you know, hasn't been positive, I have to kind of be prepared for whatever reaction I might get. So I got a lot of, you know, slack and blatant disrespect sometimes from people who I was even close to, because they felt like what I was doing was not going to work. I was told multiple times that it was not going to happen. I would not be in this space. I would not reach that level of success. And also the other big challenge, as you previously mentioned, I was very quiet growing up, all the way up until probably about a year ago, when I made the decision that I knew that I wanted my voice to be heard. And I was told my whole life that I was shy and I was quiet. And I kind of just held on to it, and I maintained, you know, that status of being the shy and quiet girl. But coming into this platform, I had to kind of shed that. And I know one of the biggest things that drove me was, like I said, I'm in a space with a whole lot of successful Black people, a whole lot of young successful Black people who have been able to take this platform. And, you know, this is not the end all be all. You know, we're doing trading to be able to reinvest later. People are able to, you know, one of my mentors opened up his accounting firm. Another one has, you know, over millions of dollars in real estate. All these different types of investments now following, you know, this initial platform. So one thing that they were saying though was that they were retiring their moms, right? So I'm like, hold on. So I'm going through Instagram. I'm looking at people really buying homes for their parents. I'm seeing cars be purchased. One of my friends, Dennis, he's 16, bought his mom a car off the market. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing that. And you know, Auntie Jen, how I am about my mama.
Listen,
you know right now. And my mom, like, she has done so much for me. That's my best friend. And so for me to be able to hear that somebody was going to retire their mama, buy their mama car, buy their mama house, I was like, hold on. I don't care what I have to do. I will get completely uncomfortable. I will let my friends and my family and whoever has something to say negative about this business, they can say whatever they want to say. I need to come in here and show myself and show everyone that's you know, a naysayer that it can be done and it will be done in the name of me helping my mom and her be able to be way more comfortable than we ever have in our lives. So definitely, you know, something that was uncomfortable for me in the beginning, and I was faced with a lot of negativity in the beginning. But, you know, as you gain more and more success, it makes more and more sense to people while you're doing what you're doing.